The Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk says an object that crashed near its border with Ukraine was a Russian missile. Well, Poland says the incident took place at 3:40 a.m. local time during an intense Russian attack targeting Ukraine. For more, we're joined by our Chief Europe correspondent, Oliver Crook. Oliver, this feels like a big deal. What do we actually know about this incident?
Yeah, absolutely, Francine. It's something we've been monitoring over the last couple of hours. As you say, overnight you had a massive barrage of missiles attacking Ukraine and also specifically the western part of Ukraine. Then there were reports that there had been an object that crossed into Polish territory. The Polish authorities were really waiting to see what that actually was. And it seems now that the Polish Prime Minister, Donald Tusk, is satisfied to say that this item was likely a Russian missile that crossed over into Polish airspace. Obviously, Francine, that's significant for a very great number of reasons, not least of which that Poland is, of course, a member of NATO. And you'll remember in the early months of the war, right after the war began back in 2022, there had been another missile that entered into Polish airspace, exploded there in Poland, but that was a Ukrainian air defense system. But at the time, nobody knew that. People were very concerned that this could have been a Russian infraction, and that will obviously bring into the fore this very important conversation about invoking potentially Article 5 of NATO. Now, that obviously did not happen, and we've had a number of Article 4 of NATO being triggered. That is a consultations over things that have been of concern. They happened very recently by the Poles when a number of Russian drones entered into the airspace. But we're watching it very carefully, Francine. We're going to see after the sort of crisis meeting over in Poland what we get from the premier, how big a deal they want to make of this. But of course, another likely step could be that the Poles invoked Article 4 of NATO, which would be consultations on defense in order to figure out how to respond to this incident.